CAF has dismissed Orlando Pirates' complaint against St. Elua Lupopo. This is reported by Far Post, one of the credible football outlets in South Africa. Their report reads as follows. It reads as follows. Mukoko and Co. arrive in South Africa as CAF issues verdict on Pirates' complaint. The Democratic Republic of Congo side, FC St. Eloi Lupopo, landed in South Africa at the OR Tambo International Airport on Tuesday, with CAF issuing a verdict on Orlando Pirates' protest against them. Lupopo kicked off their group stage campaign with a clash against Mamelodi Sundowns on Saturday in Pretoria. The match is scheduled for Loftus Versfeld Stadium at 3 p.m. on Saturday. Pirates lodged an eligibility complaint after the club's CAF Champions League preliminary round clash, in which both sides won 3-0 at home before Lupopo advanced on penalties last month. The Soweto Giants filed a complaint regarding Lupopo's coach, Guy Bukasa, who was currently suspended by CAF for 6 matches. The suspension stemmed from a brawl during the Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations AFCON in Egypt, which South Africa's Amajita eventually won. Bukasa was the DR Congo head coach at the time, resigning after his side lost 1-0 to South Africa in the quarterfinals. Due to this ban, Bukasa was prohibited from sitting on the bench for 6 CAF interclub matches, which included both legs of the Pirates fixture. In addition, Pirates also claimed to CAF that the Congolese team registered their player Henok Molia outside the transfer window period and disputed the eligibility of Kashala Wanet, whom they claim holds 2 passports. So what is CAF's verdict on Lupopo? Far Post has it on good authority that CAF has ruled that Pirates will not be reinstated into the competition and that the current standing remains unchanged. Lupopo, on the other hand, will not face disqualification, and the match result is originally recognized. The ruling was handed down this week. Following a comprehensive investigation, including documentary verification with CAF's compliance secretariat, the committee concluded that the issues did not amount to violations serious enough to warrant sanctions for disqualifications under Article 10.11 of the CAF Governance and Compliance. The registration of Molia fell within an extended administrative allowance, while the dual documentation of Wanet complied with the accepted standards, making him eligible for participation in light of the findings. This then tells you that CAF is proving to be a joke, because there's inconsistencies in terms of applying their own rules. They say these violations are not serious enough to warrant a disqualification. The question is that will CAF be able to maintain this? Should it happen that another club is found guilty of the same misconduct that Lupopo has committed? Will they be lenient on them as well? This throws the credibility of the CAF competition out the window, explains that why some teams like Kaizer Chiefs at some point did not want to take part in the CAF competitions because of these discrepancies and blatant corruption. Okay, so the other article reads that CAF slaps FC St. Lupopo's Mukoko with suspension ahead of the Sundowns tie. Despite traveling with the Congolese side, FC St. Lupopo, for their Group C CAF Champions League match against Mamelodi Sundowns on Saturday, Diomeric Mukoko Amale will be watching from the stands after being handed a suspension by CAF. Mukoko hogged the limelight, albeit for all the wrong reasons, during his side's dramatic elimination of Orlando Pirates in the Champions League qualification phase last month. The volatile second leg match at Orlando Stadium saw both the Buccaneers and their Congolese opponents reduced to 10 men after Tshepang Moremi and Christopher Sumbu were sent off in the first half. While FC St. Lupopo ultimately lost the second leg 3-0 on the day, they secured their spot in the Champions League group stage by defeating Pirates in a penalty shootout. This came after the aggregate score remained deadlocked at 3-all. Following Lupopo's identical 3-0 victory in the first leg at home, dramatic incidents marred the fixture, with St. Lupopo's right back Mukoko at the heart of the controversy. His unsporting conduct included a headbutt attempt on Pirates' Masindi Nemtanjel and a stamp on the heel of Oswin Opolis. His animated and provocative celebrations directed at the Pirates bench after winning duels were also flagged as unsporting. Mukoko went on to have a confrontation with Pirates captain Kosnati Sibisi on the touchline. The most theatrical moment was his reaction to a shove from Moremi. Mukoko exaggerated the fall, dramatically rolling on the turf while clutching his face. Despite escaping punishment during the match itself, CAF has reviewed the footage and subsequently issued the ban, ruling him out of the crucial clash with Sundowns. In a CAF circular seen by Far Post, the melodramatic defender, who wore jersey number 36, has been suspended for 2 CAF club competition matches. It means he will miss the match against Sundowns on Saturday at Loftus Versfeld Stadium in Pretoria. He will also miss Lupopo's clash against Al Hilal SC next weekend for assault and unsporting behavior against an opponent, which is Oswin Opolis, in accordance with Articles 11 and 123 of the CAF Disciplinary Code. Okay, so this is just a slap in the wrist for Lupopo. The message by CAF is that there are certain teams or clubs that are allowed to conduct themselves as violent as they want, just so that because they are protected by CAF. It is pathetic. But be as it may, it's fine, Mapagena. Let's accept it as it is. That's CAF. That's why African football is still in shambles as we speak today. Thank you guys for tuning in. My name is Tebus Kosana. The name of the platform is Mzansi Total Football. Thank you very much.